So I recently learned that apparently the skins of pineapples are weirdly fireproof. This video shows a super hot, like 1,000-degree iron ball that when placed on the pineapple skin, it takes 0 damage. And check this guy out, who made them into a fireproof shield. And so obviously I have some questions. Number 1, what other fruits are invincible to fire? And number 2, can I make a pair of fireproof shoes so that I can safely walk across a pit of fire? Because why not? How flippin' cool would that be? So this honestly might be a terrible idea, but let's get started. First things first, I gotta test this for myself because you can't believe everything you see on the internet these days. So I got a pineapple and fire. Nope, actually, that won't do. It's gotta be bigger. Nah, let's level it up even more. In just a second. It's coming, I promise. There we go. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Now I can properly find out how fireproof this pineapple really is. And so that's exactly what I did. I spent the next 20 minutes absolutely cooking it with a scorching hot flame. And then finally, I cut into it to see if the edible part on the inside survived. That's pretty crazy. It's absolutely, completely fine on the inside. And I was scorching it for so long too. Well, you know what that means. SpongeBob made a very smart construction decision by living in a fireproof house. But what would happen if he had a different type of fruit house? Well, buckle up because we're about to find out. I started with the orange, which held up surprisingly well, unlike the banana, which did not. And the kiwi was also no match for the fiery inferno. And this is where things got a bit out of hand. I got really into it, like thoroughly enjoying just setting random fruits on fire. No fruits were safe. Should I be concerned? Do I need to seek professional help? Is this my villain character arc? Nah, it's probably fine. But now we know what other fruits have similar fireproof capabilities to our pineapple. It's nice. Kind of warmed up a bit. And so it's time to move on to chapter 2 of this experiment, which began with going to the store to get more pineapples. I gotta now somehow figure out how to turn them into a pair of shoes so that I can safely walk across the fire. This is what happens to the bottom of regular shoes. It smells so bad. Why did I do this inside? Rookie mistake, but definitely not fireproof. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But with the revolutionary pineapple technology, hopefully I can make a shoe that doesn't burn my foot off. We're gonna find out. The horrible fumes of burning rubber were not gonna slow me down. I got to it, sketching the shoe design, and then I built a prototype version, carefully thinking through every small detail and testing all my skills to form this elegant yet complex footwear. Nah, just kidding. I was only making this simple paper cutout version. So the plan is that I can actually take apart each of these pieces and then it'll be like a template, whatever that word is, for me to trace and follow on the pineapple skins. In theory, it should work, but tomorrow we're gonna find out because that's when I'm gonna build this actual fireproof shoes. I gotta make 2 of them actually. Armed with my flimsy paper cutouts and a dream, I started slicing up the pineapples into the various shapes. Usually this part just gets thrown into the compost, so it's kind of neat to be giving them a whole new purpose. Probably a big plot twist though of being turned into shoes that these pineapples did not expect. Pretty soon I had them all cut up and ready to be attached together. But if I was to use regular thread, then that would obviously burn and catch on fire. So instead, I'm gonna use this thin wire and a little needle, and hopefully this works. After I poked in a bunch of holes, I twisted the wire through them nice and tight, and it seemed to hold together pretty good. I was fully in the zone now, just cruising, and progress was going great. Plus, all the pineapple that I cut away from the skins, I could enjoy as a delicious mid-project snack. I probably ate like a full pineapple and a half during this whole process. Slowly but surely, the weird pineapple puzzle pieces started to form together to create the resemblance of a shoe. Whew. All right. There's shoe number one in all its glory. It's a bit janky, but I'm not going as much for style points as I am for practical fireproofing points. So I'm pretty content with that. I think that'll work. And so I have to repeat this whole process again for shoe number two. Now, this one took me like over 3 hours to make, so hopefully it doesn't take that long, but we're gonna... The world's first pair of pineapple shoes. Bam. Wow, that was a full day's work. But I'm pretty proud of how they turned out. And tomorrow is the day we put them to the test. I got up early the next morning and my excitement and nervousness levels were high as I started to get the fire pit ready. Soon I would attempt to accomplish my goal of walking across it. Now that I had a fire going, I just needed to keep on adding wood to it because we want a nice hot bed of coals and it's gonna stretch all the way down the whole length of the pit. As the fire got bigger, my doubts did too. Overwhelming questions started taking over my mind. What if the shoes don't actually work? What if I trip and fall? Is this actually a smart idea? Why are they called pineapples, but they look nothing like apples? But then I remembered this quote from SpongeBob. So with his wise words and the sun coming up over the mountains, my confidence is back up. Let's do this. Safety first. Don't try this at home or at school or at work. Probably just don't try it anywhere. Oh, my heart is beating fast. I'm nervous. There was no turning back now. I carefully put on the shoes, hoping they would act as a fireproof armor to protect my feet. Then I took the first few steps and... Oh no, oh, they're falling apart. Oh no. Oh my goodness. No. It's burning in the fire. No. Dang it. Shoe design failure. Probably just gonna give up on this, honestly. Psych, come on, there's no quitting here. I salvaged whatever skin parts I could, then attached them to the bottom and sides of the old pair of shoes I melted earlier. And eventually I made these, version 2.0. So for the second time that day, I strapped my feet into a pair of limited edition, one of one, pineapple shoes and nervously approached the starting line of the fire. Here we go, round 2. Wow. Okay, well, oh no, he fell off the bottom. That actually worked though. I successfully got across. This one's still good. Look at that. Just full foot in the fire. That's crazy. Should I go across again? Oh no. It's just falling apart left, right, and center. Unfortunately, I just don't think pineapples are gonna be a revolutionary fireproof shoe material, but it was fun to try. And at least now I have all that leftover pineapple. I'm gonna be eating it for like every meal for the next week.